Hello. So this is A Shapes menu class where I will be entering any number between 1 and 4 for the first input and any number between 1 and 10 for the second input. This is my code. It starts from here and it ends all the way till here. So let's just begin the execution. I'm gonna run this code, and as we know that for number 1 the code should display a right triangle shape. For number 2 it should display a left triangle shape. For number 3 it should display a pyramid shape, and for number 4 it should display a square shape. So I'm going to begin with number 1 as my first user input 1 value, and I'm going to add number 4 as my user input 2 value. So it should display a right triangle shape. Let's see. And there you go. 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars. Now I'm gonna enter number 2 as my user input 1 value and type 4 again as a user input 2 value. And it should display a left triangle, which is right over here. And then for this third iteration, I'm gonna enter number 3. I'm going in numeric order. So number 3 is my user input 1 value, and then number 4 will also be my user input 2 value for this one, and it should display a pyramid shape. So let's run it, and there you go. We can see pyramid 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, and 4 stars, and that looks good to me based on the requirements of the question. And let's see, let me type number 4 as my user input 1 value, and also type number 4 as my user input 2 value, and it should display a square shape, which is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 stars. And at the end it's giving credits to the website jawatpoint.com, and this is a reference. This is the website I used to get some help to do this project. My bad, this assignment. And now I'm gonna do some error checks. So I'm gonna perform another execution. So let's execute it one more time. This time I'm going to add -1 as my user input 1 value and see what happens. So it's showing a message saying invalid entry. Do not try any number less than 0 or more than 4. The reason why that it's over there is because of the throw exception statement over here, which throws an invalid message if any number is less than 0 or more than 4, and that's the reason why we saw that. Now I'm gonna try something else. This time I'm gonna type number 4 as my user input value, but the user input 2 value will be a -1 again. Let's see what happens. There you go. We also see the same message, and the reason why it's over there is because of this exception message is doing the same thing as this one. Basically it is I forgot to comment that basically is also gonna throw an invalid message if any number is less than 0 or more than 10. Let me copy this and paste this right next to the statement. And that's the reason why we saw that. And then I'm going to do another execution. Now in this one, I'm going to type my name as a user input value and see what happens. This time we have got a number format exception message, and the reason why it's over there is because of this number format exception. It prints any message if any exception is identified, meaning if any string of letters is typed, it will show a message saying number format exception. Basically, what that means is that if no integer number is entered, it will show an error. Now I'm going to do another execution where I'm going to type number 1 as my user input value, and let me see, and then type my name for the second one as my user input 2 value. We should see the same thing, and the reason why it's over there is all because of that number exception statement. Now I'm gonna do another execution. I hope that's the last one. In this one I'm gonna type number 1, but type a negative value to see what happens. So as the right output, it should show invalid entry, because the reason why it's over there is because let me see, it's because we put on a number -1. -1 is less than 0, and the if statements, if these if statements detect a number less than 0 or more than 10, it will show a message saying this. But I need to make a quick change over here. Basically, what I need to type over here is not try any number more than 10, and any number less than 0 and more than 10. And I'm gonna do another execution. In this one I'm gonna type number 5 as my first input value, or his input 1 value, and see what happens. This time we also get the same message saying invalid entry, do not try any number less than 0 more than 4. That's because of this exception statement, right over here, number 928. I'm going to do another one. This time I'm going to type a normal number 4, but this time I'll type number 11 as my user input 2 value, and should show the same message we saw earlier. And there we go, we see it. I'm going to try number less than 0 and more than 10, and that's correct because the number 11 is more than 10. The second input throw statement, and that's the reason why we got that message. I hope I have covered all the testing phases or whatever, and that concludes the video. Thank you.